Hey guys, it's Adrian over at BHA here. I just wanted to do a quick follow-up on the Keego Smart Shades we did a few weeks back. So when I did the original video, I didn't have the gateway, which would allow me to add the Zigbee shades to the Keego Home app. So I told you that I would do a follow-up, just showing you that once I got the gateway delivered. So without further ado, let's get started. So there were two additional devices sent out. One is this Zigbee repeater, which is basically just a little USB dongle that plugs into a USB power brick. Not sure that it's required or not, but I guess it will depend on how far away the shade is from the gateway. Now the second item that we get is this box here, and let's see what all we got inside. So right there on top is the gateway itself. Now the interesting thing is here on the bottom is it has a Matter QR code on it. So I'm not exactly sure what that means. I guess we'll find out. So other than that, all that's left in the box itself is a USB power cord for getting the gateway powered on, as well as a network cable, because this actually has a dedicated Ethernet jack on the back of the gateway. But that's it for everything that comes in this box. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step and get this thing set up. So here I am in the Keego Home app, and you can see it's laid out exactly like the Tuya app. So the first thing we're going to do is get the gateway added into the app. So we can click on Add Devices here. We're going to select Wired Zigbee Gateway here. And as long as we have it wired into the network and online, which we do, it should find it right away. And you can see here, it's already found it. We can go ahead and change the name here. I'm going to call it Keego Hub. And we're done. Looks like it needs a firmware update, so we'll go ahead and do that as well. But for now, we have the gateway added to the app, so our next step is going to be to get the Zigbee shades added in as well. So we got the hub added to the Keego Home app, and now we are ready to get the shades added as well. We basically do that by adding a sub-device to the gateway. So here I am looking at sub-devices, and if I click on Device Management down at the bottom, I can hit Quick Add and it will start searching for the device. Now you need to have your shades in pairing mode, which you can do by holding down the button on the motor to put it in pairing mode. You can see here it found the shades, so we are good to go. We can change the name if we want. We will call it Guest Bedroom Window. We are done. We now have the gateway and shades added into the Keego Home app. Let's move on to the next section and I'll go over any config options in the app. Alright, so just going through the Keego Home app and we're looking at the newly installed shades. And it has this really cool graphic to open and close the shades, which is pretty cool. And if we click on settings down at the bottom, you can see here we have a few options. We can change the direction. Let's say the shades are reversed. Not sure what we can do with the tilt angle settings, but there is an option there as well. We can do a full factory reset if we wanted to start completely over. So with running mode, you have the option for continuous or jog. So basically, if I hit down on the remote, do I want the shade to just go down continuously? or do I want it to go a little bit and stop? I usually like mine to be continuous. It just makes it easier. You push down, it's going to go all the way till it hits the limit. You push up, it's going to go all the way up till it hits the limit. I think it works better that way. If you want to start over with setting your limits, you can delete the limits here as well. You can turn on battery level so it will display on the main screen. Not sure why you wouldn't want that on by default. We can set the top and down limits. Again, not sure why they grouped that separately from the option to delete the limits, but nonetheless, there is an option for these as well. But there you go. The last thing on here that I can see is setting schedules. So maybe you want the shades to open in the morning and close at night. You have the option to do that. But that pretty much covers everything you can do in the Keego Home app for these shades. Let's move on to the last step and I'll give you my final thoughts. So again, this was a follow-up video to the original video, and I'll have a link up in the corner to the original video so you can check that out for yourself. So I have my shades set up straight into Home Assistant using Zigbee to MQTT, and they work great. But I did want to be able to show you that you can use the Keego Home app as well, and using the gateway, you were able to control the shades there as well. Now, the cool thing about this gateway that I haven't really mentioned yet is that it is actually Matter enabled as well. So you can add this gateway to say HomeKit or Home Assistant via Matter if you'd rather, and thus be able to control some of those sub devices in HomeKit or Home Assistant. And the cool thing about that is that you can then still control the device from the Keego Home app as well as from HomeKit or Home Assistant. So just something else to think about. I'll have a link to Keego's website in the description below. If you aren't interested in zebra shades, head over there. They have tons of other styles to choose from. I bet you'll find something that you do like. As always, I want to thank everybody for donating to my Buy Me a Coffee link. Every little bit helps. If you haven't had a chance, head over to my spring merchandise page and check out all of the Burns home automation merchandise. And if you're looking for the latest smart home gear, you're going to want to check out Smonet. I'll have a link in the description below. Head over there and see what deals they currently have running. And if you're in need of secure internet, you're going to want to check out PrivadoVPN. I'll have a link in the description below for them as well. Head over there and see what specials they're running on their VPN service. If you're in need of SIM cards for all of your smart home gear, you're going to want to check out Eiotclub. I'll have a link in the description below. Check them out, see what specials they're currently running on their SIM cards. If you're interested in buying and selling stock or maybe cryptocurrency, you're going to want to check out Robinhood. I'll have a link in the description below. If you sign up with that link, you and I both will get a free share of stock. It's a win-win for both of us. And we can't forget about Eufy. You're going to want to check out Eufy Security. I'll have a link in the description below for them as well. Head over there and see what specials they currently have running. As always, if you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comments below. If there are any videos out there that you would like to see that I don't already have out there, let me know in the comments as well, and I'll see if I can't get something put together for you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around.